You ain't going nowhere, said the gate guard, firmly pointing his spear at Balthazar threateningly. The crab's eye stalks crossed inward, staring down at the sharp metal tip of the weapon pointed at him. Whoa, whoa! What's the matter here? Rye said cautiously, raising both hands in front of his chest in a pleading manner. The matter, said the frantic guardsman, eyes darting between the crab and the archer. The matter is that there's a dragon about. Haven't you heard? I have strict orders to follow. Balthazar's eyes were now emoting an intrigued frown as he moved his gaze up to the jumpy man still rudely holding a weapon at him. I understand that, said Rye in an attempt at sounding friendly and harmless, but surely you don't think we're a threat, right? The guardsman nervously licked his lips as he readjusted his oval-shaped helmet away from his eyes. I ain't paid to think. My orders are not to let anyone accompanied by pet companions through, adventurer or not. First of all, rude, Balthazar calmly said, finally deciding to intervene. I assure you my companion Rye over here is very well behaved and that I won't let him make any messes. Second, do you think we are secretly carrying a red dragon the size of a barn in our backpacks? The guard gawked at the crab with his mouth ajar, chin trembling and lips twitching as if about to form a word, but no sound came out as the spear shook nervously in his grip. Did... the stunned man finally mumbled after a moment. Did that crab just talk? What are you doing, you idiot? A voice shouted from behind the portcullis. Another guard, wearing a similar uniform as the first, came rushing out of the gate as it slowly rose to let him through. You bloody fool! Yelled the second guard, who sounded far more seasoned. He stretched an arm out, pointing at Balthazar. That's the merchant crab! The younger guardsman's eyes went wide, and he quickly withdrew his spear back to his side. I didn't know, he stuttered, standing very upright. I never seen him before, only heard about him. I thought he was supposed to be a giant crab or something. The other guard made a stupefied face and shook his head as he stared at the younger colleague. I am a giant crab. How many crabs this size have you ever seen? Exclaimed Balthazar, who continued casually standing there, looking bigger than a goat. I never seen a crab before, the young guard sheepishly admitted. Grew up in my pa's farm before this job, and we never got to even see the beach, so just get out of here before I call the captain, for God's sake. I'll handle this, the other guardsman said. The novice guard walked away, head down, spear dragging on the ground as he quietly mumbled to himself. How was I supposed to know that wasn't a weird dog wearing armor? I am sorry, said the remaining guard, still shaking his head as he turned back to the two arrivals. They've been recruiting new guards to reinforce the watch ever since the dragon attack, and I guess they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel now. Heh, no worries, said Rye with a nervous chuckle. It all ended well anyway. The guard turned his focus to Balthazar with a big smile on his face and, to the crab's surprise, brought a hand up to his forehead in a salute. It's an honor to see you again, sir. I hope you remember me. We met before at your pond. The crustacean stared at the man with his eye stalks raised and his mouth half open. Oh, yes, right. I definitely remember you, Balthazar said, definitely not remembering the guard. It wasn't just that they all wore the same yellow uniform and identical brown armor. It was that, to him, most humans simply looked the same. Not his fault that they lacked easily identifiable carapace shapes or unique underside patterns. You were the guard, the crab continued, squinting at the man, at the pond. That one time, with the spear and the uniform. Right, exactly. The name's Quentin, the guardsman proudly said. I was there to collect those ruffians that tried to attack and frame you for the stolen goods. And then again, when we arrested Mr. Antoine, too. Yes, that! Exclaimed Balthazar with a snap of his claw. Yep, I knew that. I was there, too, during the charge at the Dragon, third row from the back on the east side. I even had this helmet on.
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.